Hello, third grade, Mr. Mush here. So this week we are learning about op art, okay? And we are going to use complementary colors to make our op art. So here's my finished example. I did bubble letters up here. I did a diamond, a heart, my hand. You have to do at least 3 geometric shapes, okay? And your hand, and if you want to do bubble letters, you can for your name, all right? But you see that it does a pattern every which way. I did purple, yellow, purple, yellow, purple, yellow, okay? And when things are inside the line, like this is a purple line, if there are shapes, it becomes yellow inside, okay? Just like this, purple and then yellow, purple, yellow, like that. So I'm going to show you how to get started with this project. Now, as you may see, I did this project with marker. If you have markers at home, use markers, because that's what we would be traditionally using. But if you don't have markers, just use crayons or colored pencils. They will work just the same. All right? So I'm going to show you how to get started. All right? So you want your paper vertical, hot dog style, up and down. I'm going to write my name, Mr. Mush. All right? Now, to get started, you're going to have to use a ruler, all right, for this project. So what you're going to have to do is, all you're going to be doing first is making a lot of letter L. So you're going to start up in the corner like me, and you're going to make letter L's like this. There, I made an L. Now I'm going to make another L, but I'm going to put some space between it. And I'm going to go a little bit longer. Okay, if you go a little too long, handy dandy eraser, just use your eraser. Okay, and you're going to do this all the way through, just like this. You're just making L's. That's it. You're making L's. You don't need to complicate it any more than that. And make sure you use a ruler, because if you don't use a ruler, I'm going a little bit further. If you don't use a ruler, the illusion's not going to work. So make sure you use a ruler. Okay, so I'm just making L's. That's it. And make sure if you go a little bit too long, you erase those, okay? I'm going to go space it out a little bit longer than the last one. See how they're getting bigger and bigger? That's what you want. See how it started like a little L, big, big, right? Now I'm going to do another one. And I might have room. Yeah, I got room for one more. So I'm going to do one more here. I'm going to do that like this. Now, you're going to say to yourself, Mr. Mush, we can't do any more L's. If that happens, just go to the last L that I made. So I made this L right here, right? I'm just going to do straight lines from here on out. So, one more. Okay? And there you go. And it kind of looks like a tunnel. Or you're looking at the top of an ancient pyramid, right, with steps, okay? Now your next step is to trace your hand. So I'm going to trace my hand. Okay, and it's okay if you overlap. We want them to go over the lines. I'm going to show you in a second, okay? So there's my hand. Then, like I said, you have to do at least 3 geometric shapes. So I'm going to do a heart here, a circle, and a diamond up here. And make sure that they are going across the lines. Okay, you can write your name up here if you want in bubble letters, just like my example. To save time, I'm not going to do that. All right, so I'm going to take 2 complementary colors. My example was purple and yellow. I'm going to do red and green, okay? Now what helps me is I like to put dots on each side. So if this one's going to be red, red, red. Then I switch, green, 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 green. Red, red. Now green, and then I'm going to follow it. If it helps you, put a dot here and there. So when you start getting into the L's. So I'm going to do red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 green, green, red, red, and then green. Okay? So now, when I look at the dots, I know what color I need to use for in here. So if I start coloring red right here, look, the little bit of that circle, should I color over it? No, I'm going to color around it, just like this. And remember, you're only using two colors. You're using complementary colors. Okay, so you're either using red and green, yellow and purple, or orange and blue. So any of those three combinations, that is what you are to use. Okay, because those are complementary colors. So I'm going to finish coloring in the red right here. And I stop at my hand and the little shapes, and I have to color them in green, or my opposite color. Okay? Just like this little sliver of the circle. Now this line is green. Okay, I'm going to color around whatever's inside this line. Just like this, I'm coloring around. I don't color through. I do not color through. I stop and I color around, just like that. And then I'm going to take my red and I'm going to color it in like this. Just like that. And then my next line starts with red, so I'm going to color around my circle like this. I'm coloring around my hand, like my thumb right here. Okay. I'm coloring around, right? And then I will switch to my complementary color for the inside. So I'm going to start with green now in here. So I'm coloring green. Okay. Just like that. And then I'm going to do this line. So I'm going to start with green. I'm coloring around just like that. I think this will be my last line for my example. So that's all there is to it. You just got to take your time, color around. Now look, here it is. So here's the L. So then I'm going to go up. That's why I did the 3 dots to tell me, okay, this is the same section. So I'll do one more after this. And then it's the same thing. The diamond's in there. Got to color it red. I got to color this in a little bit more green. There we go. And then the part of my hand is red. Red for the little bit of my thumb. Notice I didn't color in that little bit of my thumb. That has to be green. And then this one is red. I'm coloring around that little bit of my thumb. Okay, and then I follow my dot. I'm going up now. I'm coloring around. I'm not coloring in my finger, even though it's a little bit of a sliver right there, and I'm coloring around like that. Just like that. And then I switch to green. Okay, I'm coloring in like that. Bam. Okay? So I'm not going to continue because I think you're starting to get the idea. So like this is green, coloring green, color around, even in here, these little slits. Okay. And make sure you're paying attention for when you're coloring it in. Okay. I'm staying inside my lines. I'm not coloring my whole fingers It is just little by little like this. Okay, and then a little bit of the heart. Okay? So when you're all done, it's going to look something like this, depending on your color scheme. Remember, you are using red and green, blue and orange, or yellow and purple. Okay? Okay? Either of those combinations, all right? So third grade, I hope you have fun with this project. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And until next time, take care.